What up, people? This is Nas with Mass, middle age still single. If you like the content, hate, like, subscribe, but mostly subscribe. We appreciate the views. Keep following. Peace.
All right, good evening. We have another great episode, fun episode planned here. This is Middle Age Still Single, the podcast. I have all the fellows with me today, and we have a lovely guest, Miss Allison. Miss Allison is a nurse practitioner and health and wellness coach right now in Florida. She has agreed to join us today. Everybody want to say hello to Miss Allison?
Welcome.
What's up, Allison?
Hi, Allison.
All right. So, Allison, we have agreed.
Welcome to the dungeon.
Welcome to the dungeon. Yeah.
That sounds like a dungeon.
Allison has agreed to partake in a friendly conversation that we like to have between the four guys. We call it the dating game, the mass dating game. She's going to ask us a bunch of questions that she's had prepared, and nobody has seen the questions or heard the questions. And at the end, she will discuss. She will actually choose one guy to go on a date with. If she had to go on a date with one of the four gentlemen, she will choose that one. And then after that, we're going to talk a little bit about Allison and her business and her career. All right. Are you all ready to go with question number one, Allison?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. This is for Nasir. Did I say it right?
Nas?
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Ooh.
Cool as
That's a good one. Okay. Nemo, are you an introvert or extrovert?
It depends.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends. If I'm comfortable around you, I am an extrovert. If I'm not comfortable, I'm an introvert.
Okay, so you're a combination.
Yes.
You see how that works now?
Okay. Mitchell, what's your strangest talent?
My strangest talent?
That's a
If
hard
it's
one.
strange, is it considered a talent? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
My strangest talent. I don't really consider it strange, but I mean, I can start a conversation with strangers. I can go anywhere and create a conversation that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. I can make something up and keep people intrigued about the story, or I can just make something up and get people's attention.
Okay. Robert, what makes you feel accomplished?
What makes me feel accomplished?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm a teacher as well as a respiratory therapist, and at the end of the term, when my students write evaluations, and they thank me for taking the time to really teach them and always being there when they needed me. That's what makes me feel good. That's what does it for me.
Okay. All right, Nemo, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Karaoke. Wow. Let me see. Don't make a promise I don't intend to keep. When I say forever, forever is what I mean.
Hey.
I'm no Casanova. I'll stop right there.
You should have stopped after the first word, bro.
Hey, that question was not for you, Rob. That was my question.
My bad.
Allison, please. I can sing a lot more. I just need a couple of oranges, and you can.
A couple of tequila shots.
There we go.
Me too. I've become very talented.
That's right.
Okay, Nasir, do you have a life motto? A
life motto? Yeah. Ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off.
Say that again.
Basically, live life to the fullest.
I need to work on my French. Anyway.
I'm giving you some lessons, right?
Boy, Nas's voice has really changed since the last episode. I gotta say.
Yeah. You taking voice lessons, Nasir?
Wow.
Yes.
Mitchell, if you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I would probably be a mako or a thresher shark.
And why?
They're open water sharks, and I love to travel and move around, and I don't like enclosed spaces. And they have the entire oceans to do with as they please, and they're very. One of them, the mako, is very sleek and sexy, like this guy, and the thresher. The thresher has a very. It's the shark with the very long tail, almost the length of the same of its body as well, which gives it a sense of style, which I'm working on because I think I got some style too.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's good. Okay. Robert, what's your favorite way to spend a day off?
What's my favorite way to spend the day off?
Yeah.
Sit at home all day.
Wow. Okay. I'm a movie buff, so probably, if I had a young lady with me, we'd probably go out to the store, pick up a bunch of junk food, a bunch of stuff to cook, and go in and really just sit and watch great movies all day long and just hang out, lazy, sitting on the couch in our sweats. That sounds like a great day. Doesn't that sound like a great day, Allison? Don't that sound like a great day?
No.
I guess I'll have to invest in some sweat.
You would have to invest in some sweats. Well, I got a couple pair though. I got a couple extra pair. And,
Okay. Nemo, if you end up in jail, what would your friends and family think you did?
Sorry.
Oh, that's a good. I did. Oh man, that's a good question. They can't imagine me stealing anything. They can't imagine me doing any crimes or anything like that. Probably got in trouble with the law. I'll say maybe I didn't pay my speeding ticket or something, and it got violated, and I was unaware of it, and I got to jail or something like that.
Okay.
So I'll say that'll probably be it.
They couldn't imagine that happened.
No, they can. I'm just too. I don't know, too quiet, too innocent. Yeah, I can't be in jail. I'm too
oh
sensitive.
my God! Did you say too innocent?
I don't.
They're gonna see these videos, Nemo.
Hey, let them sit. I'm sensitive.
She watches other videos.
You look very innocent right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing that game.
Let's see. Robert, are you a better talker or listener?
Am I a better talker or listener? Oh, listen. All day, every day.
Bullshit.
All day, every day.
Bullshit.
Hey, listen. I'm in the medical field like you, Allie. So I know I gotta listen to my patients. I gotta, I have to be a listener. All right. Hey,
Selective listener, right?
I've listened to everything you said so far. Everything.
Okay. Mitchell, what's your ideal first date?
My ideal first date is an outdoor experience and somewhat public because depending on how long I've known the young lady, I want her to feel comfortable and safe. But I like to hike. I like to cycle. I like to be at the beach. I mean, I just love to be out in nature. So it would have something to do with one of those three things. Probably not cycling, but the beach, a walk down the beach, or a hike if she's comfortable with that. A packed lunch, and if I had gotten a sense from her on how she felt about that, probably a bottle of wine or champagne. Or depending on how heavy those tiny little pony kegs are, maybe a pony keg. No, I'm kidding. I'm not talking about exercise here. So the whole bringing alcohol doesn't affect, all right, the hike. This is a first date. This is not I'm hiking up Diamond Head in Hawaii, right? That's where you bring water. So, something outdoors, mountain, lake. I live near Lake Tahoe, and there's over 1,000 hikes here with incredible vistas and views. Okay. So that always makes for a good first date.
Cool. Okay, I think I'm done with all my questions.
Okay. All right. So you, I know this is a tough decision. Not really, but
no.
All right,
can't trust people who hide behind sunglasses. I hear you. I can read that in your face,
got 3
Allison.
questions, Allison.
Hey, do you have one more question for Nas since he only got 3 questions?
Say that again.
Do you have one more question for Nas since he got shorted a question?
Oh, he got shorted. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I ran out of questions.
Okay.
But I was gonna say if I have like choices, Nasir would be my first choice.
Nasir would be your first choice?
He's funny. He's like I love to be entertained. I love to be I love laughing and things like that. So he's comical. And
okay.
So I don't need the other question.
Okay, so that's your decision?
And then if I have a second choice, Mitchell, because he's like a romantic type of person.
And you'll feel safe.
And you'll stop it.
In the woods.
Girl, you want
Allison?
You want to go out with a shark, Allison? That's for sure. You want to go with a damn shark?
Allison, I want
to. That's where I was going with it, Robert.
Shark.
It's a stylish shark.
It matters, styles. Go out and styles matters too.
All right,
it does.
It is official. Nas is your choice, huh? Choice number 1. All right, you'll never be invited back here again, Allison. You're done.
Jesus Christ.
I might not.
You have no idea what you've just done. Not only did he get the win, and we have to listen to that for the next week, he got the win with one less question.
With one less question.
That is going to be devastating all week long. And I don't mean just on this cast. I mean text messages and emails. Like, thank you very much, Allison. It was a pleasure.
I'm just happy to be one step ahead of Nemo there in the corner because he had a week of unbelievable
I didn't know there was a
wins.
I would have taken Nemo down.
Oh goodness!
There we go.
Because Nemo's one of those quiet.
You're the second choice, bro.
Yeah, she chose the shark.
Third or fourth.
He's one of those quiet ones that, like, very quiet up front, but behind is like a.
You're trying to say
liar? No, like Nemo. Nemo is quiet, but he's like behind the curtain. He's like this.
Like a serial killer.
No, serial killer. Yeah. Wild side of him that he's not showing out.
He's got the wild side of
him. Allison gave that is perfect description up there right there. I'm looking innocent, but if you get me behind the doors, you're gonna see who I am. That is
all right. All right, so that's one victory for Nas. Congratulations, sir. All right.
Thank you, Allison.
Allison, listen. Besides bad judgment, what else can you tell us about yourself here?
About myself?
Yeah, tell me about you. Tell us about you.
So, I am middle-aged. I just turned 47. I don't feel 47 though.
You look great, man.
So I grew up in California. I got married at a very young age. Had 4 kids. Been divorced. This is my 7 years. Since then I dated 2 on a exclusively. In this last relationship just kind of went downhill fast. So anyway, other than that, like you said, I'm a nurse practitioner. I've been practicing 11 years actually, but this last year I did travel nursing just to save money so I can build my clinic. And so I done that, been financially smart, so I'm back in Florida. And so my goal is to open like a primary care weight loss, hormone replacement therapy for man and woman and things like that. Those are the niche I want to do. And if I can find a collaborating physician, I will also do like Botox and IV hydration. That's pretty big around here, pretty competitive. So,
What was
I
what
imagine
was the
in
last thing you
Florida.
said? What was the last part you said?
IV hydration.
IV hydration. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so, but currently I'm a health and wellness coach. I just, been coaching other people to change their habits of eating, to be healthier, to be more active, and things like that. And that's been pretty, I think it's picking up better now that I'm not working 60 hours a week. I can, help more people now. So that's what I'm doing right now. And along with trying to start up my business here.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Nemo.
I was gonna say, first of all, for middle-aged people like us, what would you suggest would be the best way to go about being in good health and things like that?
just
Exercise, food-wise, and things.
I think like a lot of we're so busy that we would rather take a drive-through quickly than focusing on something healthy, and it's expensive to eat healthy. So I think just planning ahead of time to choose better food choices. And I'm never a snacker, so I'll go for hours. And by the time I get to eating, I'm so hungry that I eat, a larger amount than I
You
normally
overeat.
would, right?
Overeat.
And so,
Yeah.
just getting, just getting people to
Eating
snack on
chips.
me more, drink lots of water, and things like that, just to be more active and better food choices, plan ahead and things like that.
Do you help people design certain kind of diets?
The program I'm doing, there's like recipes like on my Facebook. I would have like healthy recipes, and just they can like if they become like a member of the program, they can just get those recipes. And the only thing is the snacks that we provide. It's like a high protein snack that it's less calories than other snacks, like normal snacks that we would. And so those are what they would purchase from the company and the program, and then the food, their meal is on their own. They can choose, our recipes that it's pre-selected. They can do that. So that's pretty much, and just getting them to the mindset of snacking more frequently to burn more fuel, what we call to fuel up, and having water, drinking more water, and cut down on our soft drinks and other choice liquid, and things like that.
Yeah, those sugary
Yeah.
drinks are the
Yeah.
biggest
they're
cause
horrible.
of a lot of
Yeah.
overweight.
And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. It's just
That's
mindset.
the gut problem.
So,
Allison,
mhm.
have you heard of the book called Eating Right for Your Blood Type?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so my trainer
Uh-huh.
turned me onto it and said, look into this. She didn't swear by it. She didn't say you have to do this. She just said read it. And at the beginning of this year, I had started off at the highest weight I've ever been. I was 199, and on a 5'8" frame, that's not good. And I took the principles of that book and I put it to use and lost a lot of weight in the first month that I used it.
Mhm.
I've hit a plateau recently, but I'm down 20 pounds and
Wow.
7% body fat.
That's amazing.
And all I did was that book and change my activity level.
Mhm.
I'm more active now. and riding a bike, walking. I'm doing a push-up challenge for St. Jude's hospitals. But now I'm just more active. And the eating every couple hours, about a handful of whatever. But because of that book, I've left off foods that I used to eat, but my tract didn't work. My digestive tract, my blood type, whatever. I don't know how that works. But I was just curious if you'd heard the book or if you use a book in your health and wellness, do you have something that you go to?
Yes.
A go-to book?
I've heard of the book. I haven't actually read that exact book, but the program is developed by a ICU doctor, Dr. Anderson, and so he has he has a book that we go by, and then he has there's another book that has like other people who've gone through it, and just like an encouragement, and so that's really helped me. And like, I'm tiny. I'm like 4'10", right? So I don't have a lot of room to work with. And so I've always been the chunky kid. And so I started this program, and I said, in order to be a coach, I want to go through it to know what people are helping, what they have to go through. And working 12-hour shifts in the hospital, you don't have time to even go use the restroom, And so what I like is, we provide these snacks, and you just have in your pocket, and you just, while you're sitting charting or something, you just do your snack and your water. And then, when the first month starting out, we do like 5 fuelings, and then we do like a meal. And so my meals, I choose it for lunch, and it's helped me. Like I lost about 15 pounds the first month. But then working nights, it kind of messed up my schedule to where I'm not snacking like I should. And I didn't gain it back, but I didn't lose I wanted to lose at least 30 pounds. And I didn't lose all my weight, but I'm like you, I'm at a plateau right now. But with me not working now, I'm like, okay, I need to be more active. And here, I'm like, the closest gym is like 20 minutes away, right? And I'm not making the money I'm making, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be active around here, which is a good thing because they have a walk, like a trail here, so I can walk. But it is hard when you reach a plateau.
Yeah.
You can't get over that hump. So
I noticed a lot of people who were asking me about my successes
intermittent fasting
didn't understand the difference between.
Oh, my bad, Mitchell.
Oh, that's all right, Nas. I'm just going to keep talking. That's what I do. When I was losing weight early on, people were asking me what I was doing, and a lot of my friends, they're like, "Oh God, I don't have time for the gym," or the gym's too much. I don't want to do the gym. No. And honestly, I mean, I do like the gym, but it's not about exercise. It's about activity and just being active. And I've made that argument 100 times. Just walk, take a short bike ride. That's not lifting weights and running on a treadmill. The bike ride is very low impact.
Yeah.
So I've gotten a lot of attention from that. I've got friends reading the book now, which was not my intention, but I've got them getting active, right? Because when you're really overweight, like some of my friends were, all they needed is a little push. And walking was that little push. Now, if they want to get more active than that as momentum gains, great, right? But everyone's got to be comfortable with what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, I apologize for stepping over the dating king. Nas, I'd love to hear from you, man.
Go ahead, Nas.
What I was saying was, how do you feel about intermittent fasting? I know you were talking about snacking to burn energy. Is that what you were saying? So intermittent fasting, how would that fit into your regimen? Or would it?
To be honest, I've never tried it. I read on it, and people that I know do it, but I've never done it personally. So, you know, before, whereas I wasn't as self-conscious and I wasn't, you know, focused on feeling, I would go for like, you know, working 12-hour shift from, you know, you would go for long hours, you know, without snacking or, you know, eating. But I don't know how, like with my health background, like once you you know, like if you don't feel your body, your metabolism doesn't work, and you don't have anything to burn, so your body's in reserve. And so I don't know how, you know, that can play into weight loss, because, you know, just typically if we're not using fuel, you know, our body kind of reserves, just stops, you know. So I don't really know much about the fasting, how that plays into weight loss. So, yeah.
Right. I had a guy recently at the gym that was telling me kind of the same thing that you're saying. He was saying eat more, not gluttonous, but, you know, to eat. He was saying I wasn't eating enough to build muscle, right? And so, yeah, there's just so many things out there that people are suggesting. It's just hard to know,
like your
kind
calorie intake
of where
has
to land
be
on that.
a certain amount to, you know, to help with your bodybuilding, your muscle, your weight loss, and you know, fat and things like that. So, like, if you don't eat enough, then your body is trying to retain all of that, the calories, so it's not burning it off, the fuel. So, not necessarily to eat a lot more, but more so in smaller, you know, frequencies, just so that your body continues to burn. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. You said you're 4'10".
With my hair up.
You're like,
With her hair up.
Hey, Na's gonna be getting a plane ticket here soon.
That's
no, I'm saying she's snack size.
that's why I love to wear heels, because I'm short.
Okay. All right. Allison, so something else interesting about you, and when I first talked to you, you were in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you just got back from vacation. So tell us, I know you're part of a travel group. Let's talk about the travel group.
So I think I just joined the single travel group maybe a year now. But I wasn't really active, you know, just to read where people's been and things like that. And so there was a announcement on there that they were doing like a group travel to Cancun. I was like, hey, that's a good idea, to go with a group to be safe. And so we met in Mexico, but my best friend has a timeshare with Weston. And so we ended up staying in Cancun, and the group ended up staying in Playa del Carmen. So it was like an hour commute. And so we got there, we did our thing, then we just went down there and meet with them and did the excursions. But the majority of the group didn't really do the excursion; they were just there to party. And so it was just me, my two friends, and this gentleman in the group. We were the only four that was doing the excursions, and we were like, he's 60, but he's a personal trainer. He ended up hanging out with us, doing these excursions, and we're like, Nate, if we didn't show up,
smart
you
man,
would be by yourself. He's like, I know. That's why I'm so thankful for you, girls. But it's pretty cool just to be able to do things like that. And just to be safe.
How were the parties? Did you party with them at all at night, or?
We didn't really, because of the commute. We only we stayed for the last night partying, and then the hotel figured out that we weren't staying there. We weren't guests there, so they were giving us a hard time. But finally, and we went to the excursion that day, and we just wanted to shower and go to the party, and so they were giving us a hard time. But I think our friend Nate kind of did it some. I'm sure he paid it because the hotel was asking for the guests to pay before they'll let us stay there. And they were adamant that if we don't get a room, then we can't stay. So I'm really sure that Nate had paid for it just so that we can shower that day. And but we ended up staying for the party, and I had one too many tequila, and I was plastered.
Mm-hmm.
I was plastered. I didn't remember the way the ride home whatsoever. But it was good. It was a good trip.
Did Nate pay for the dates?
No.
You sound like the kind of dude.
That was the first night. I mean, the only night that we spent down there with them. But it was really.
He sounds like he'll pay no matter what.
It was he was trying to get us. He was trying to pay for our parking. And I'm like, no. The independent woman in me is like, you're not paying for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But,
How many?
There you go, Mitch.
Yeah.
5%.
How many people in your travel? How many people in this travel group made it to Cancun?
I think like close to 50.
50?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, to have a good size like that.
A lot.
That is epic. To get 50 people from the same group to travel.
Right.
Place. That's.
What's the name of the group? Do you mind saying?
A singles travel group.
And it's on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Based on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Singles travel
All right.
group.
Hey, listen, you're gonna get the first invite from the middle-aged still single podcast travel group. All right, you'll be the first invite.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely got to set
Nas
that
gonna
up.
send that to you since he's your favorite. Mm-hmm.
With a bow on it.
Hey, Allison, are you on the East Coast or West Coast of Florida?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Florida.
She's on the East Coast.
No, I meant
okay.
of Florida. Are you on the Atlantic or are you on the Caribbean side?
Oh, I'm on the Gulf side.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Tampa.
Okay.
She's still in the East.
Yeah.
That means you're paying for the date if you hang out with
That
Nas.
means you're paying for the date.
Paying for the date. Yeah. You're in the wrong region. You're the
We'll
wrong.
go hiking. Hiking's free.
Hey, hiking is free. All right, Allison. So
You should be hanging out with Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah. What's next for you, Allison? What's coming up for you?
Well, I'm trying to build my clinic. I'm going to start mobile just to keep the overhead costs down, and mobile and telehealth. And then once I build up clientele, I'll do like a brick and mortar. So I'm hoping that I can start the services. State of Florida, they allow you to practice independently, but there's certain areas that you can't do by yourself. You have to have a doctor to collaborate with you. And so I'm hoping to open to do the niche that I'm able to, and then find a doctor that will sign for the other two service. So that's my goal, is to open my clinic.
You ever thought about working with veterans?
I have. Actually, I had an interview last year to work at the VA, but then that was, and it's a long process with that as well. And so when I decided to do travel nursing, I didn't, complete the process, the interview process with the VA, but I thought about that.
But as a PA, I mean, you're a nurse practitioner, right?
Nurse practitioners and PAs are on the same level.
Okay. Yeah, what I was going to say was there's some things out there, me and Rob can talk to you about it, that you might want to consider to add to your practice, where you'll be able to work with veterans. I'm going to be working with veterans myself on helping them get their disability and stuff like that. So it might be something to actually consider adding to your practice, helping those veterans. And we can talk offline about some of the other stuff, but I think it would be a good addition to your practice. It's about to really explode for veterans.
I'm open.
Right. Any last questions for Miss Allison? Anybody? No, not from the shark. Nothing.
Man, I was
notice I
expecting
didn't
Nemo
pick
to
the
ask.
worst shark out there. I didn't pick aggressive sharks. Settle down, gentlemen.
Dude,
We're scaring her off. You don't like the
of-
fact that I came in second. That's two runner-ups in a row. That's two runner-ups, 2 weeks going.
I thought about that shark with the saddle on his back.
But this is the second time we played a dating game.
Allison,
and
I'll
Rob
show
came
you
in
the
last,
world.
So we gotta figure out something out with Rob.
Hey man, don't make me mute you, Nemo. Don't make me mute you over there. All right, Allison. Listen, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Allison.
You've got a great smile, and really enjoyed you as a guest. Bad judgment and all. You were always welcome to come back.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right, you guys.
Thanks for taking the time for us.
Thank you.